Hi, it's Vernon again. At over 60, I've seen more men fall deeply, passionately in love with women over 60 than ever before. But the women themselves don't realize this, thinking that at their age, with the natural aging of their bodies, they can't find new love. Today, I'm going to reveal 4 qualities that make men fall in love with women over 60. Qualities so powerful, so magnetic, that once you understand them, you'll never question your desirability again. These aren't things you need to develop or acquire. They're gifts that come naturally with your experience, your wisdom, your journey through life. The mistake many women over 60 make is thinking they need to compete with younger women on youth's terms, trying to look younger, act more energetic, or hide their life experience. Take a moment to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you can continue discovering insights that empower you. Feel free to save this video and revisit it whenever you need to reconnect with your true, magnetic self. Now, let's dive into the first quality that makes women over 60 incredibly attractive and desirable to men. Number 1. The power of emotional sanctuary. Before we delve deeper into, I want to share something I witnessed that completely changed my understanding of love after 60. My best friend Eleanor began dating Richard, a widowed businessman who had been successful but emotionally guarded for most of his adult life. What drew Richard to Eleanor wasn't her appearance, though she was lovely. It wasn't her accomplishments, though they were impressive. It was the way she listened. When Richard talked about his fears about aging, his regret over missing his children's childhood while building his career, his loneliness after losing his wife, Eleanor didn't try to fix him, advise him, or minimize his feelings. She simply held space for his emotions, with a depth of understanding that only comes from having weathered life's storms yourself. This is what I call the power of emotional sanctuary. The ability to create a safe haven where a man can be vulnerable without judgment, express doubt without losing respect, and share his deepest fears without being seen as weak. Women over 60 possess this quality naturally because they've learned that strength doesn't come from having all the answers, but from being comfortable with life's questions. Dr. Brené Brown's research on emotional intimacy shows that the ability to hold space for another's vulnerability is one of the most powerful forces in human connection. But this capacity doesn't develop overnight. It comes from years of your own struggles, your own healing, your own journey towards self-acceptance. Women over 60 have developed this emotional intuition through decades of caring for others' children, parents, partners, friends. Over the years, you've become experts at reading emotional undercurrents, sensing what's unsaid, and providing support in ways that make others feel seen and understood. This ability to intuitively connect with others, to offer comfort without overwhelming, creates a sense of trust and safety that is incredibly powerful in relationships. It's not just about what you say, but how you make people feel heard, valued, and supported, qualities that become even more magnetic with age, drawing others in without effort. This emotional depth and wisdom are rare, and they are what make women over 60 so uniquely attractive to men seeking real, lasting connections. Men our age are exhausted from a lifetime of emotional armor. They're drawn to women who can help them remove that armor safely, gradually, with patience and understanding. This isn't about becoming their therapist. It's about being their sanctuary. To truly recognize and embrace the power of emotional sanctuary, women over 60 need to take time for self-reflection and acknowledge the deep emotional intelligence they've cultivated over the years. Understanding that their natural ability to listen without judgment and to hold space for others is a gift is the first step. Journaling or talking with close friends about past experiences can help them recognize the value they bring to relationships through their emotional wisdom. Practicing self-compassion and acknowledging their own emotional journey is key to feeling more confident in their ability to provide that sanctuary for others. For women who may not feel they possess this ability yet, there are ways to develop it. Active listening is a great place to start. Additionally, creating small moments of vulnerability in conversations, sharing your own feelings without expectation of response, can help build emotional intimacy. Over time, these practices allow you to develop the patience and understanding that create a safe, emotional sanctuary for both yourself and others. Building this emotional depth and wisdom is about continually embracing your own growth and emotional journey, allowing your authentic self to shine in relationships. Women over 60 who embrace this quality are uniquely positioned to create powerful, lasting connections with others, enriching their own lives while providing a space of safety and support for those they care about. How often do you recognize this incredible gift you offer? The way you can make someone feel truly seen and accepted might be the most attractive quality you possess. And with this deep emotional wisdom comes something equally magnetic, authentic confidence, which is the second quality that makes women over 60 incredibly appealing. Let's explore how embracing your true self and your life experiences can draw people to you in a way that feels effortless. Number 2, the magnetic pull of authentic confidence. This emotional sanctuary we just discussed creates something even more powerful. It allows your authentic self to emerge, free from the need to impress or perform. And this brings us to perhaps the most misunderstood aspect of attraction after 60. I remember my sister-in-law Margaret, who at 64 had survived a difficult divorce, raised 3 children as a single mother, and built a successful catering business from her kitchen table. When she entered the dating world, she worried constantly about her appearance, the lines around her eyes, her gray hair, the way her body had changed over the decades. But when she met James at a community theater audition, something magical happened. Margaret was in her element, directing a scene, solving problems, using decades of experience to guide younger actors. She wasn't trying to be attractive. She was being competent, decisive, and authentically herself. James was mesmerized, not by her appearance, but by her presence, her capability, her comfortable ownership of her own power. This is the magnetic pull of authentic confidence, not the desperate confidence of someone trying to prove their worth, but the quiet confidence of someone who knows their value because they've tested it in the fires of life. Women over 60 possess a unique form of confidence that comes from survival, from having faced challenges and emerged stronger. Research from psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck on self-efficacy shows that confidence rooted in actual experience and competence is far more attractive than confidence based on appearance or potential. Men our age can sense the difference immediately. They've encountered enough superficial confidence to recognize the real thing when they see it. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "How much trouble he avoids when he does not look to see what his neighbor says or does." Women over 60 have often learned this lesson through years of experience. You've stopped seeking external validation because you've already found it within yourself. You've become comfortable with who you are, embracing your strengths and imperfections. This self-assurance doesn't come from needing approval. It comes from knowing your worth and living authentically. This internal validation creates a powerful aura of self-possession, making you incredibly magnetic to others. Men are drawn to this authentic confidence because it feels grounded, secure, and deeply attractive qualities that only grow stronger with age. You must understand that confidence isn't about being perfect, but about embracing your self-strengths, imperfections, and all. Recognize that your life's journey has shaped you into someone with unique value, and the wisdom you've gained over time is far more important than physical appearance. Practice self-compassion by focusing on your personal growth, the lessons learned, and the achievements you've made, rather than fixating on perceived flaws. Next, engage in meaningful activities that resonate with your authentic self. Whether it's a creative pursuit, a new project, or involvement in a community, immerse yourself in what brings you joy and gives you a sense of accomplishment. When you're fully engaged in something you love, your confidence will naturally shine through, just as it did for Margaret when she directed the theater scene. It's also crucial to stop seeking external validation. True confidence comes from within, and once you stop trying to impress others, you'll discover a deeper, more powerful sense of self-assurance. Trust in your experiences and your ability to navigate life's challenges, knowing you've earned the right to be confident in who you are. By embracing these practices, you'll nurture a sense of self-worth that radiates from within, creating a magnetic presence that draws people in naturally. Authentic confidence isn't about striving for perfection, it's about embracing your journey and being comfortable in your own skin. This self-assurance will only grow stronger with age, making you increasingly attractive to others. This authentic confidence naturally leads to something even deeper, a quality that becomes more attractive with each passing year that we will explore in the next. But first, let me ask, do you recognize the quiet power that comes from truly knowing yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'll discuss how embracing your authentic self can lead to a more fulfilling, confident life. Number 3. The irresistible quality of life wisdom. Wisdom is the reward you get for a lifetime of listening when you'd have preferred to talk, Mark Twain once said. As we move forward, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've discovered so far. Emotional sanctuary provides a safe space for vulnerability, while authentic confidence draws others to your true self. Both of these qualities spring from a deeper source, the wisdom that comes only from living, loving, losing, and learning. It becomes clear that the most uniquely attractive quality of women over 60 lies in this wisdom. Unlike any other trait, it cannot be replicated by youth or energy alone. It is a rare, invaluable treasure, shaped by years of navigating life's complexities, the joys and the hardships, and emerging stronger, more understanding, and more self-assured. This is what makes women over 60 not just magnetic in romantic relationships, but in every aspect of life. The wisdom gained from these experiences doesn't come from books or lectures. It is forged through real-life moments where you learned, grew, and evolved. It's not theoretical knowledge or formal education, but a profound understanding gained from having lived through decades of human experience. Women over 60 have witnessed the full arc of life: birth, growth, achievement, loss, and renewal. You've seen how challenges that once seemed overwhelming eventually resolved themselves, how relationships evolved, and how priorities shifted with time and experience. Dr. Vivian Clayton's research on practical wisdom shows that this ability to navigate complex human situations with insight and understanding peaks in later life and is highly valued in intimate relationships. Men our age are drawn to partners who can offer perspective on life's challenges, who understand that most crises are temporary and provide context for current struggles. This wisdom creates a unique form of attraction. Men are drawn to women who can help them make sense of their own life experiences, who can offer perspective on their regrets and hopes, and who understand the full spectrum of human emotion because they've lived through it all themselves. To fully embrace and showcase the wisdom you've gained over the years, it's important to acknowledge the depth of your life experiences and how they've shaped your perspective. Reflect on your journey, what challenges you've faced, how you've overcome them, and the lessons learned. Share this wisdom with others in a way that is compassionate and non-judgmental. People, especially men our age, are drawn to those who can offer valuable perspective without the need to fix things, but instead provide comfort and insight. Another key aspect is continuing to nurture personal growth. While life wisdom comes from lived experiences, it's equally important to remain curious and open to learning. Whether through reading, traveling, or engaging in meaningful conversations, staying engaged with the world around you helps keep your wisdom fresh and allows you to evolve continuously. Have you considered how your life experiences might be one of your most attractive qualities? The stories you carry, the lessons you've learned, the perspective you've gained, these treasures only grow more valuable with time. Send this video to someone who may need a reminder of how beautiful their life experience makes them, and share your thoughts in the comments below on how your personal journey has shaped who you are today. But this wisdom, profound as it is, creates something even more attractive, a quality that represents the culmination of decades of growth and self-discovery. It's the quiet strength that comes from knowing who you are and embracing every part of your journey. Number 4, the deep attraction of peaceful presence. The deep attraction of peaceful presence, the rare and beautiful calm that comes from having made peace with life's imperfections and your own humanity. I experienced this myself 6 years ago when I met Patricia. At 67, Patricia had raised 4 children, survived a difficult marriage and divorce, cared for aging parents, and built a successful career as a social worker. When we first met at a book club, I was struck not by what she said, but by her stillness, a quality of being fully present in the moment without the restless energy of someone still trying to prove themselves or achieve some distant goal. In Patricia's presence, I felt something I hadn't experienced in years: peace. Not the peace of absence, but the peace of completeness. She didn't need anything from me to be content. She enjoyed my company, but she was whole with or without it. This wasn't indifference. It was the profound calm that comes from self-acceptance and life acceptance. This peaceful presence is perhaps the most attractive quality a woman over 60 can possess, because it is the result of years of life experience and personal growth. It cannot be imitated or rushed. It emerges naturally from having faced life's challenges and emerged stronger and wiser. The serenity that comes from weathering life's storms is a reflection of the resilience built over time. It's the quiet confidence of someone who has loved deeply, lost significantly, and yet found a way to continue thriving no matter the setbacks. Men our age, having spent much of their lives in a constant state of competition, stress, and striving, are naturally drawn to this quality. After decades of pushing themselves in the world, they find great comfort and attraction in the peaceful presence of someone who has learned to embrace life's ebb and flow. The sense of calm, inner strength, and emotional stability that comes with this peaceful presence is something men long for, as it offers them a sense of safety and grounding they may have been missing. It is an energy that resonates deeply with those seeking genuine, lasting connection. This peaceful presence communicates something profound to men: that you're not looking for someone to complete you, fix you, or save you. You're offering companionship from a place of wholeness, sharing your life rather than seeking someone to give your life meaning. Conclusion. So here we are. 4 profound qualities that make men fall deeply in love with women over 60. The power of emotional sanctuary that creates safety for vulnerability. The magnetic pull of authentic confidence rooted in real experience. The irresistible quality of life wisdom that can only come from having lived fully. And the deep attraction of peaceful presence that signals wholeness and contentment. These aren't qualities you need to develop or acquire. They're gifts that come naturally with your journey through life. Every challenge you've faced, every relationship you've navigated, every loss you've survived, every joy you've experienced, all of it has contributed to making you exactly the kind of woman that mature men find irresistible. The tragedy is that many women over 60 don't recognize these qualities in themselves. They're so focused on what they think they've lost with age that they miss the incredible gifts they've gained. The Roman poet Ovid wrote, "To be loved, be lovable." But at our age, lovability isn't about youth or perfection. It's about authenticity, depth, wisdom, and peace. Men our age aren't looking for someone to build a life with. They're looking for someone to share the life they've built. They're not seeking potential. They're seeking presence. They're not drawn to what you might become. They're attracted to who you are right now, in all your complex, experienced, wise, and peaceful glory. If this resonated with you, I invite you to look in the mirror and see yourself through the eyes of a man who's lived long enough to recognize true beauty when he encounters it. See the sanctuary you offer, the confidence you embody, the wisdom you carry, the peace you radiate. Press like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel to stay inspired and empowered. And let's continue this journey together toward embracing the incredible value you bring into the world. And for those of you who want to learn how to unlock even more of your magnetic power, be sure to check out my video, Men Go Crazy When Older Women Do These 4 Things. Try number 1 immediately. You can find video link in the description, so make sure to check. You are not too old for love. You are not past your prime. You are exactly the age where love becomes most meaningful, most profound, and most possible. The question isn't whether you're lovable. It's whether you're ready to recognize just how powerfully attractive you already are. Thank you.